Ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves an Anvil deck today. The Only Cult Anvil is a very cool card. I'm getting better and better at playing with it. This is the first deck I've ever used that runs the card. So you'll see in the video I have a little bit of clunky interactions as I figure out really the best ways to profit from this card. But it's really, really cool and really, really fun. Super satisfying when you have a bunch of 1/1s that your opponent's big creatures just can't get through. And just pinging them for incidental damage and stuff. Deck's really cool. It was sent to me by user Markusha on YouTube, and so he sent me the list over on Reddit. So if you guys have your own lists that you're really, really proud of, I would love it if you sent it to me, and I will play it out and make a video of it. So yeah, if you're interested in doing that, I'd appreciate it. If not, let's get right to the video. And as usual, at the end, we'll do a deck breakdown and talk about the synergies and the best things and the ways to win and stuff like that, the usual. All right. Up against opponent's Shadow Waffle. I like your name, friend. I like your name. No black mana, but I'm going to keep this on account of the research desk turn 1. I think it's a pretty strong play. You get to crack it, find a land usually. There's an Anvil. That's a good draw. Let's see a land here. Nice, nice. We will pick the land because we need the black. Okay, so I suppose it's got to be that Harvester, and we'll trade down for whatever he has. He's mono black aggro, and we are... I don't know what to define this. It's not really aggro, it's not really mid-range. I guess it's mid-range. Alright, well that was easy. He's aggro and we're mid-range, so trading down is not too bad as long as you stabilize. And he exiles the Mishra's research desk. Damn it. So, I think it's Anvil here. Stack this blood. And then leave up Infernal Grasp. This little 1/1 holding back the Cult Conscript is pretty good, but he cuts it down. Okay. I think I shoot down the Evolved Sleeper in response to him evolving it. I do it anyways. So I go down at 8. We're pretty low on health here. Mono black aggro doing aggro things, and look at that top deck. Isn't that just the best thing we could have drawn? Wow. Shout out to you, deck. Do I sack the Anvil? I don't think you're ever supposed to do that. You're looking for creatures. Yeah, incidental damage will stack up here. Ooh, and we're mana short for the burn down the house. But that's okay. Hopefully Shieldred survives this turn. Okay, I mean, we're blocking that for sure, right? What might he have here? Whenever a creature dies, return to the battlefield under your control with a counter? I don't know. Give it -2, -2. Okay, called Conscript. Interesting. There we go. So we do this. And then on our turn, we sack the blood so that we get the 1/1, ping him for damage. Do I attack with the Shieldred here? I think it's time. I think just like that, the turntables, you know? Well, 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 how the turntables. If anyone thinks I said that quote wrong, you're wrong. Because it's from The Office. But just take 5 here. Someone should have crewed up and attacked with this as well. So we go... Braids. Attack with both. Oh, shit. Right. So in response, I'll have to sack the thing to that. So I'm going to sack this, and I'm going to make him sack his manland here too. With the Braids trigger at the end step, I'm going to actually sack the Anvil. And so he sacks that. He didn't want to give me the card draw. It would have been GG if I went up to 9 there. So he's basically forced to sack that. And I think that's fine. Take. So now let's make some 1/1 devils. Attack with shielded. I think if we 2-for-1 him, it goes up to 9, but that's pretty fine again. Yep. 2-for-1. And on our end step, we're going to sack a creature. Deal damage straight to his face. Oh, he doesn't... I thought he would let me draw a card there. But I guess he doesn't care about the underdog dying. Again, don't think I'm playing this as efficiently as I could be. Not super used to piloting this deck yet. Yeah, so let's do this. Target that thing, yes. Sacrifice an artifact. Pay the ward, we go to 3. We smash for 5. Play a 3/3 lifelinker. And then at the end step, we will sacrifice this. Deal 2 damage to him, and shoot him for 1. Exaxes. Decent, nice. Dude. This deck is cool, man. Thank you. Thank you for sending me this list, Markusha. I like this hand. Let's keep this one. Probably the best we've had so far, right? Start with a slow land, and then I guess we go Anvil. I guess Anvil's not great if you don't have anything to sack. Opponent's got an underdog, okay. Go ahead and curve out efficiently. Drop a Fable the Mirror Breaker. And I think we're in great shape right now. Having the play here matters so much. Okay, that's a good play for opponent. Liliana is a really good card for getting back into these kinds of games. Go ahead and discard 2 lands to the Fable the Mirror Breaker and try to work our way into some gas. Oh, he actually defends the Liliana. Isn't that special? Maybe I'll just discard 1 land since I might want to cast this Flesh Gorger. So opponent's going to be able to protect it. But we get the Mishra's research desk down. The next turn we go Anvil, crack the research desk, trigger the Anvil. It's pretty good. And he actually doesn't even block to protect the Liliana, so he missed out on 3 damage at last turn. I don't know what he was thinking. Something that I do not agree with, whatever it was. Easy. That last game was a bit of a lame one, but it was so fast that I don't mind throwing it in there. It's just when you have like a game that ends up dragging out that's lame that I gotta cut them from the video. I don't want to make you guys watch some garbage content. This hand has got me feeling many mixed emotions. I feel like getting stuck on 2 lands is a pretty bad way to lose. But if we draw a single land, then we could Fable into Brotherhood's End or just Brotherhood's End right away. And we have 2 things to cast to keep us alive. All that to say, I'm going to keep this risky hand and we'll see what happens. Right now, we're keeping a risky hand. It is my decision. But if it goes wrong, we'll blame the deck. Okay, because remember, if there's one rule in life, it's never take responsibility for your own actions. You always look around you and just blame the nearest thing. And in this case, it's this deck. So also never give credit to anything else. So we did manage to draw a land, but we're not going to praise our deck here. No, no, no. We drew that land. All right, we're going to take all the credit while giving none, and give all the blame while taking none. And that's kind of just the key to success at life if you're a piece of shit. Any piece of shits in the chat? Drop a comment. Okay, I guess we don't need this anymore. Hey, he made me think he was soldiers, then he played Restoration of Viganjo. Strange cat. Alright, let's go with this. And with this. Let's attack with this. Then let's use the treasure token to crack this research desk. Triggering the Oni Cult Anvil. Making a 1/1 and giving us a Harvester to cast next turn. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. This deck is awesome. Sometimes I think that the stupid shit I say like that, like if you're a piece of shit, leave a comment below, or like whatever, the squeeze these nuts jokes that I made the other day. I just think it's so cringe and it can't possibly provoke any kind of positive reaction. But then I have my buddy text me and be like, dude, that was hilarious, well done. And somebody else just leaves a comment and is like, that made me laugh. So thank you guys so much for liking my humor. I'm glad you find it relatable or find it funny, I guess. Let's do that. Let's do this. Right? Hang on here. Might we want to do something else? No, I think we just want to go research desk, attack, and then probably sack the anvil, or sack this blood token. That's fine. We could even sack the treasure token if we value the blood. Should we value this blood over this treasure token? The blood might be good, honestly. Let's hang on to it. It's an interesting play, sacking a treasure token with the anvil, but I think it might be kind of big brain here. Because the blood might matter to make a copy of the Blood Tithe Harvester, so you have two blood... Never mind. None of it matters. It would have mattered if he didn't lay down arms, right? What I'm saying is when you make a token copy of Blood Tithe Harvester with the Fable the Mirror Breaker, you have two bloods, so then you could remove the Architect of Restoration. Look at this. It does still matter because we cast a Blood Tithe Harvester and can remove this Architect with the original one, creating good attacks, which we did not have a moment ago. So let's attack with everything here. Opponent chooses to double block this guy. No, this takes 4. That's awesome. We're just chipping away like a little pest. I think let's just crack this. Trigger the anvil. And we have another Harvester to cast next turn. Sweet. Let's pass the turn like this. I might start sacking stuff to the anvil to chip at him for 1 damage at a time, since he's so close to dead already. I'm gonna... No, I shouldn't do it. I need my bloods right now so that I could get rid of this Adeline with this Harvester. And this is, again, all coming off that turn that I sacked the treasure token. What a huge payoff. What a huge payoff that was. So, this is going to trigger the anvil too, just using a treasure. God, opponent not killing this Goblin Shaman early was a huge mistake from him. So let's go like that. Trade 1 for 1. we're in position to either chip at him slowly. He can't get through. We're at 24. We have a couple really good cards in hand still. Yeah, like, that's gotta be desperation attack, right? Unless he's playing farewell in his creature deck for some reason. These Bloods have done their job. I'm fine to start sacking them now. Let's cast this for 3. And then crew the Bankbuster with this and this. And then attack with everything. Opponent has an Emperor. Probably gets rid of the Bankbuster, but he's going to be dangerously low here. Yeah, he does get rid of the Bankbuster. In response, we're going to sack it so he doesn't gain the life and loses 1 instead. 8. Awesome. Opponent down at 2. And yeah, that's going to be the end of turn, right? Do we crack this research? No. I thought these were treasures for just a moment, and I was like, maybe I should do this now. Thankfully, I realized they are Bloods. Opponent's on 2 life. Gonna need a bit more than that. He actually might have been in decent shape if he exiled the Blood Tithe Harvester instead. He would have gained 2 life. Good game, man. This deck's sweet, dude. Yeah, it's a good time. I think we got time for another couple wins here. I don't even know how many games we played. I'm having such a good time. It's been an hour or 5 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, I realize now we've only played 3 games, so definitely have to record some more. Well, I played more than 3, but only 3 were good content. Good. None of my content is good. Come on. You guys are here to pity. We're gonna keep this hand. I mean, 2 Anvils seems like they could get out of hand here. We do have a Harvester for turn 2. So hopefully there's no 1-drop, so we could start off with this Haunted Ridge. If there's a 1-drop, we might want to cut it down right away. Nice. Good draw. Nice. Voice of the Blessed. Okay. I think we have to cut that down right away, so no Anvil now, unfortunately. Maybe I should have cut it down before he untapped. Opponent could always be playing Lauren's Escape or something we don't like. Thankfully, that's dead. So the Anvil doesn't do anything the turn it comes in because there's nothing to sack. So we actually don't want to start with the Anvil. We'd rather start with the Harvester. And then next turn, we have the mana to go Anvil, sack the Blood. Oh, man. Oh, an opponent stuck on lands. I feel like this hand was so cool and good. And instead of, like, showing how good it is and how well the deck is doing its thing, it's going to result in more of a, like, well, we win because opponent did nothing type of game. A lot of combo decks look good versus 0 lands. What a great quote. Let's not reveal the braids. Let's attack first. Opponent trades. Let's play out braids. Let's play the spring. We might want to activate the Takenuma. Sack one of these. Make 2 of them. End turn. Sack of braids. Draw a card. Go to 14. Oh, man. That's good. Yeah, so the list I was sent, almost untouched, but I was missing 1 single copy of Brotherhood's End, and thus I took it out, and I wanted to fill it with a similar mana curve card, so 3, and I chose Braids, as it's a pretty cool card, and works well in this deck, so I quite like it. Let's activate our Takenuma. We will take back a Harvester, play a land, play our Harvester, attack with everything, sack the Blood token. No, we'll sack an artifact here. Sack an artifact creature, I mean. And then at the end step, Braids will trigger again. Sack this other artifact creature. There's a land. I feel like the blood token is kind of valuable when you're out of gas. 2 cards in hand is essentially out of gas. Cycling this away for another card draw is going to be invaluable, I say. Little Cathar hits the Braids. Yes, it does. Okay. See what we draw. It's another land off the top, which gets us to a Flesh Gorger. Well, we just exile this. Go to combat, that's lethal. We got him. The end step. Good game, man. Sack the Anvil for good measure. Really let him know what's killing him. It's the Anvil. That's a really cool hand. I like 2 Anvils in the opener. I think that's really, really fun. Let's get another win here. Get a nice clean finish on Platinum 3. I like the way that this deck, it's got multiple approaches, you know. You could either come out fast and swinging, or if you have a board wipe in hand, you could let them play out into a board wipe and just out card advantage them. Because, you know, whatever, 3-for-1 them or something. So that's always fun when decks have multiple angles to victory. Let's just play the Anvil, and no need... no, let's play the Harvester. God, what a strong start against Mono Blue. A turn 1 play and a turn 2 play. He does have a Fading Hope, but it doesn't matter because we already got a Blood into play. So... Oh, it's not Mono Blue. Oh, it's that new deck. I've lost to this a few times now. It was already getting a little bit popular, and then Sonio played it, and it became super popular. God, this deck is good. What does he run in the 2-drop slot? I think he's got Make Disappears. Let's just go with this again. Okay, it resolves. That's good. End the turn. I can crack the research desk on my end step. Fury Stomper, yeah. Please a black land. Please a black land. Damn it. And again, no land off the top. Let's do that. Let's play this out. Let's attack for 3. Let's sack one of these bloods to start going wide and pinging an opponent. And we have Voltage Surge up for 4 if we gotta hit something. I can put 2 charge counters on Blast Zone, blow up the Anvil and the Harvester. That's decent. Awaken the Woods. Yes, this is definitely that deck I'm talking about. Oh, these count as forest, so that could attack. That's so cool. Alright, well, let's kill that. That is so cool. Alright, land. We got our second black down. So let's go with Braids and pass the turn here. I don't want to trade a Harvester for here. 2 Dryads. Maybe I should have, though, since they tap for mana. May have been a misplay. Opponent doesn't want me to draw a card. That's the turn. Titan of Industry. Rest in peace, Anvil. Anvil was doing good work. Unless he gains 5 life. And makes a 4/4. So the Anvil can sack itself. So at least it does 1 damage. We have Soul Transfer to get rid of the Titan. So let's exile that. Then we can attack with these two. Opponent takes 6. Maybe I should sacrifice this research desk to the braids. No, research desk could gas us up later. We might be buckling in for a long game here. So let's not be too hasty with this research desk. The opponent gains 3 life. Ooh, he's gonna gain another 3 life next turn. Gaining life matters. So let's play. Let's get this down. Let's cut down this thing. Might discard this land at the end step, so let's go no attacks. End turn and see if he's gonna sack his War Chief, or if we draw a card. He lets us draw. Nice. It's another land. That's great. It's another card off the top of the library we didn't want to draw, that we could cycle away to chapter 2 of the Mirror Breaker. I guess if he plays Titan of Industry and kills the Mirror Breaker, then it sucks to have these 2 lands stuck in hand. Oh, he exiled my graveyard. Gained 1 life for each card exiled this way, so we gained 6 life there. I said take 5. And he made 2/2/2 bears. 2/2/2 bears. Oof. Oh. That's 3 lands in a row off the top, and then a 4th one. At least it stops there. Man. He just sacks a bear at the end of... He played this very well. And we drew 4 lands. Slowing us down just enough for him to be caught up here. I don't think we have any good attacks. Anything gets double blocked. Braids just gets double blocked if I attack with that. So no attacks. End step. Is there anything to sack? A land? Do I need my lands less than him? I mean, he has 7 mana, so he needs his lands quite badly. He doesn't want us to draw. I hope you draw a fucking Titan of Industry and can't cast it because you sacked a land, you jerk. There I am saying fuck and then finishing off my sling of cursing with jerk because I don't want to be too offensive to anyone. Oh, he just passed the whole turn. So it's gotta be Memory Deluge, or he couldn't cast, maybe he couldn't cast the other thing. Blood Tithe Harvester. Go to combat. No attacks. End turn. Sack this blood. So he's gonna put charge counters on the blast zone. Put 2 of them, I guess. Yeah. So that's gonna kill Braids, Flesh Gorger, and the Kiki Jiki. It's pretty deadly. Yeah, now or never, buddy. Very nice, very nice. 8 minutes already. With that top deck. Oh, we have 2 beautiful creatures in the graveyard. So I think we have to return 2 creatures from the graveyard, right? Return 2 creatures from the graveyard and destroy the 2 bears. I guess that's pretty good. The bears are good because they trade up with my 3/2s. Imagine he has make disappear now after all this time of no counter magic. Land for turn. And let's pass. That really got us back into the game there. It was a good top deck. Ooh, Titania's Command. Alright, I think we have to protect our life total now. Don't want to go to 1. Let's double block that. It does untap 3 lands. Braids and Flesh Gorger. And sack a land. It's not gonna do it though. I can cast Braids and sack a land that I tapped. Have 3 mana up. March of Wretched Sorrow, exiling the Anvil from my hand. So I could do 4 damage to a bear, go to 10. But I would just die to a bear and the other war chief hitting me. That's not good. What other lines do I have here? Like nothing. Play this Anvil. And we're gonna have to march on the war chief to just stay alive and hopefully draw something that gets us into this game. Oof, man. Gonna give them all +1 and trample. So I have to do this now. Oh no, he's drawn a card. Okay. We gain 5, then take 8. Oh, he's fading hopes it, so we don't gain anything. Good game, man. I want to play opponent's deck, man. That's like the 4th or 5th time I lose a really tight game to them. They're able to squeak out victories with those, that early Titan of Industry. You know what? I think I could have won this game, guys. I really do. And I think that the line I had to take to do it was I had to attack those Dryads. The ones that came out early. The turn that I didn't attack into him with those, Harvesters and the Braids. If he took the trades, then he couldn't cast the Titans of Industry next turn, and he wouldn't have had a Dryad to sack to the Braid. So I don't know. Maybe none of that matters, and he would have had me anyways. But there's a chance I misplayed, and that this deck could have actually beat opponents here. Let's talk a little bit about the deck on the way out. Hate to end on a loss, but you know what? Even for a 12-minute game, it was a pretty good game. Opponent did really well to come back from that one. Still working on my Bobby decks here. Look at this. I got 4 Bob decks on the go. I haven't found one that I love. I like them all, and I love the card, but I haven't found a deck that really makes them shine. And I think if I do, it's gonna be in Jund. So stay tuned for a Jund deck soon with Bobby in it. So I kind of talked about this aspect before, about how this deck can win with multiple different angles. Say you have an opening hand with a couple lands and burn down the house. You could play slow, get a research desk down, hold up removal, play a bank buster, just kind of take your time, bide your time, and then blow opponent out with Brotherhood's End when he thinks, oh, opponent's going for card advantage. That's his win condition. I gotta kill him now. And then they play their hand out too fast and you blow him out with Brotherhood's End. one way to win. Then, of course, you could just go research desk into Anvil, into Harvester, and just start like smashing opponent for a ton of damage early. All of a sudden, they're on like 11 on turn 4, and they're like, well, I'm still okay because I'm on 11. But then you start pinging them for 1 extra damage per turn and a couple damage here and there in combat, and they're like, okay, actually 11 is now 7, and 7 is way too low. I am not comfortable, you know? Then Gix's Command, pretty good card too. Put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature and lifelink. Destroy each creature's power 2 or less. 2 awesome modes. We didn't use the first one today. Maybe that's another card that I played poorly earlier. I should have made him sack his biggest thing. I didn't want him to sack his War Chief earlier because I knew that he'd get a 4/4 when the War Chief dies. But yeah, all in all, deck has multiple angles to win the game. Deck has really cool synergies. I did mention this earlier. The deck I was sent was like this with 3 Brotherhood's End and down 1 Braids. Just don't have the Brotherhood's End, so I came up with Braids, but maybe the deck will work better for you with an extra Brotherhood's End. So try it out like that if you want. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wish you all a very happy day. Have a good one. All the best. Bye-bye.